Ski looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%.
Back down Yo on the Greymane, gonna be the first to fall. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthael up there. A triple.
The Leyline used in the back, catching 3 people on top. That followed up by the APOC and the Lurking Arm. Catching 2, but this time on is gonna be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead, catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Fubu's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the Boros on the backside. The Duo gets thunder and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting shrunk down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Greymane.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.
All right, welcome back. It looks like almost everybody has gotten their Kofefe, and we're getting ready to go into match number 2. I have my new co-caster Darian. He's kind of waking up now and being a little bit not rowdy, but squirmy. He's a squirm dog. Squirm dog, a millionaire. Crizzo, thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate it. Silver Arrow redeeming a make me dab. You get a bullshit puppy dab if he'll hold still. Ready? Ready, Darian? Darian, look at the camera. Dab! 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 Also, Breath, are you still here? Because I owe you a puppy treat. Breath, if you're still here, let me know. Although, Wind Up Bird. No, I know, but Ms. Wind Up Bird, I know that you're still here. I was about to get to it, but I wanted to ask you which puppy gets the treat. Silver, if you can get in touch with your fan club, I would love to re-return that treat. Okay, so there's 2 treats now? Both? You want me to get... Oh, Miss Wind Up Bird, the fuzzy taco lip millionaire here. Thank you for redeeming your fuzzy taco lips. Let me grab that one. And that one. Oh, Joustin, you horrible person, you. You horrible person, you. Alright. Here is the treat for the Darian. Yeah. Yeah. 2 of them. I can't. Alright, I'll pull up a different one too. Alright. I only have one. Oh, it's been a while since I've done the other one. Look, I gotta find. Alright. No worries, Silver Arrow. I'll refund his points for him. Or maybe one of my mods can. But I don't know if she knows how to do that yet. Alright, yeah, I'll grab one and then I'll figure out which one to do later. Just I'll leave it in my queue. Alright. You ready, silly? You ready? You ready for your treat? Let me grab the bigger treats for you know what, here we go. Sylvanas, up. Yeah. Sylvanas. Wait. Wait. Okay. Cool baby. Cool baby. Alright, Miss Winderbird, thank you for redeeming your points and the treats for the animals. They really appreciate it. Now she's expecting more. Joustin, let me get your first Eminem rap break real quick. I don't think I need the lyrics for it. I just like to have the lyrics pulled up just in case I need to fall back on it. But I'll just run it raw. Alright. Wait, did you reject it already? Oh no, okay. I'm not doing the whole song, it's just the section. Alright. Oh, you want the hat? Alright. Let me grab a hat. Let me really Eminem this up. How many points to get Sylph to co-cast again? Oh man. Here we go. Alright. Some luma duma luma, you assuming I'm a human. What I gotta do to get it through you, that I'm superhuman, innovative, animator, rubber, so anything you say is ricocheting off of me and it'll glue to you. I'm devastated more than ever, demonstrating how to give a motherfucking audience a feeling like it's levitating, never fading, and I know that hate is not forever waiting for the day that they can say I fell off. They'll be celebrating because I know the way to get them motivated. I make elevated music, you make elevator music. Alright. That's, the hard part of Rap God. I'll probably, I'll figure out what Eminem song I'll do for the second one, since Joustin redeemed 2 of them. Actually, yeah, Joustin, we've been talking about it a little bit. Do you wanna co-cast this? Oh, well then. Sylph, are you the friend? Oh. Oh, okay. Never mind. That's fine. Let's get into game number 1 of Protectors of Aiur versus Phoenix Rising Onyx. I'm so glad that that's going to be in the VOD. Oh, wait. All right, let's roll. Game number 1, POA versus Pro. Ooh. All right, hiding the timer for PR, not PR, for POA, Protectors of Aiur, Redbeard on the Deathwing, Orion on Lunara, Sergeant Scoops on Anduin, Eclectic, that is Ernest Stardener on the Joanna, and Night Knight on Tassadar, that is the blue team, Protectors of Aiur, and in the red trunks, Battle Troll on Diva, Dead on Arrival, ETC, Squell Black on the green army horse, that is Jimmy the large minion Rainer, Amusio, Amoose the Moose, I hope, is the Lucio here, and Miss Windup Bird rocking the Li Ming. Let's take a look at level 1 talents again. If you see anything entertaining, interesting off, let me know. Happy to talk about it. But we get the early Deathwing saying, I'm the boss, with the Earth Shatter and the whatever the W's called, the lava burst coming out, but not getting a whole lot of damage out. But there is the Tassadar taking a good chunk of damage. Night Knight almost getting put into a coma. Who knows? But nope, at full health, half health, dead on, trying to get out at about a third health, slides away to safety. And we get a 4-man rotate, top mid, as Deathwing Diva face off in the bottom lane. I'll try to keep an eye on the health bars, but that is the curse of the off lane, is never getting seen in a cast. You know what, Ms. Windup Bird, thank you for pointing it out. We'll take a look once we get to level 7. I only marked 1 wrap done. Oh no. Alright, Sylph, remind me. Maybe I'll do real Slim Shady. I'll do it after the match so I don't submit 2 sets of swearing into 1 VOD. I think it's interesting that last match was the team asking about if you like country music, but ETC rocking the country skin. Get a little bit of those audio, get a little bit of those sound bits in there. Alright, so we're just kind of following Phoenix Rising Onyx around, trying to get some clear, again, not a whole lot of fighting. Both teams did pick up their turret camps. Protectors of Aiur does get their siege camp. That's not the button. Oh, sorry for the roller coaster there, as I spazzed out on my zoom buttons. And Phoenix Rising also picking up their own assault troopers in response. Big shout out to Crizzo helping my team's healer with the Lucio, getting a lot of work in. And Velaravia has become such a good Lucio in recent times, along with her other healers that I'm not giving free scouting for. So an early support camp, Protectors of Aiur, the P's like are gonna throw me off. There's POA and PRO, so the POs are just going to confuse me, so please bear with me. But Protectors of Aiur picking up that early support camp, gonna bully Phoenix Rising Onyx out. Oh, y'all should have seen me during the Phoenix Rising versus Phoenix Rising match, though. All I said was Phoenix Rising the whole time until after the match I finally named the teams by their gemstone. It was so much fun. But that early support camp's gonna be really helpful for Protectors of Aiur. But Phoenix Rising coming in onto this objective after chasing Protectors of Aiur out. Why does this looks weird? Oh, because I'm zoomed out more. Yeah, absolutely. We're level 7s. Let's look at Miss Windupbird's Li Ming build. I like the Force Armor. I think it's really good into the heavy burst damage of Tassadar. I think it might be countered a little bit by the poison damage from Lunara though, but the Mage Armor I think is really good here against that Tassadar. Deathwing ticks also, but that's just because we're here for it. The orb build, I like the orb build on vehicle maps as much as I like the Calamity, but there's a big orb onto the Joanna, popping the Iron Skin. Iron Skin gonna get melted down, and then a slide through from the ETC, but it blinked it getting pulled out by Sergeant Scoops. The Diva Bomb does go off. No kills secured, but Deathwing less than half health. There is the Lava Burst, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. But Protectors of Aiur go ahead and get control of the point back in the overtime. I think orb build on vehicles is really strong because you can just melt down the Dragon or the Protector. Also, yes, Deathwing does not like to get out of the way of skill shots, so you get free resets and splash from the Deathwing. I don't hate the orb build here, but I think the level 4 orb is good in the Calamity build as well. But going full orb gets some extra benefit from it. And speaking of huge orbs, Orion getting chunked by that last orb. Diva Mech going to fall out dead on, trying to get away with almost no health, but Diva does fall, and that is the first true blood of the match over to Protectors of Aiur, and the Protectors of Aiur do get the Triglav Protector of Aiur, and they take it down into the bottom lane, looking a lot like their sister team, Amateur Opponents, taking that Protector bottom lane, softening up for the win condition third Protector. And they get the front wall and towers down, but they don't get that health fountain, which is really, really big in softening up the playing field for securing an objective in that lane. So interested in that decision to abandon that health fountain, but they do get the mid wall down as well. That's going to help them push a little bit. Level 10s are online for Protectors of Aiur. There is the light bomb on the Tassadar as he gets pushed away from the Lucio, I believe, but ETC is going to fall as well. Might have been pushed away by the ETC with that face melt at level, or loudspeakers rather, on the face melt. Extra knockback. So level 10s for Protectors of Aiur as they're trying to seize into this mid fort. Gonna be Blessed Shield, Light Bomb, Black Hole, Bellowing Roar, and Leaping Strike. Interesting. A little bit of engage and counter engage there. I'm interested to see the synergy of those talents, but now that Phoenix Rising has also picked up level 10s, we get Disintegrate, Micro Missiles, Rainer's Raider, Sound Barrier, and Mosh Pit coming in for the red team. Yeah, we got Blessed Shield Light Bomb. Falling Sword Light Bomb is really, really cool. I don't know that it's as effective as it could be to make it better than picking Blessed Shield. Because also you can Light Bomb Leaping Strike and it does just as well, and you get the better heroic out of Joanna. You're right, it is fun. And that's why we play video games, right? No, video games are life! Death drop on to the Camperoonie. Oh, Firestorm out of the Deathwing. I was trying to process that level 7 pig, but Deathwing does go down. Li Ming gets the reset with the laser onto the Joanna. Gonna follow up and get an orb kill onto Lunara. Resets popping up. Miss Windup Bird just getting wound up and chattering away like a wind-up toy, just destroying Protectors of Aiur. Resets all day long. That's gotta feel good, but no mana, getting value out of that level 1 talent with the increased mana gen at low mana status.
I'm getting another terminal ready for you.
I meant to go with like a wind-up like soldier toy or something, and the only thing that came in mind for a wind-up toy was the chattering teeth. Oh well. Yeah, Malfurion's really strong right now. He came in pretty big after this last patch with the Emerald Dreams. But Diva Deathwing going to battle, but here comes the rest of Protective Fire in onto the Deathwing. The Bellowing Roar to send Diva in the wrong direction. Battle Troll trying to roll away, and there is the dash out, and Diva securing life. Yeah, Ming's hard to manage mana on. Glass Cannon with the orbs. There we go. I think if you're having issues with the mana, maybe take an Aetherwalker and Calamity. It helps with the mana management a lot because you have your reset and damage, your big burst damage is free. And with that level 4 on Triumvirate, as long as you're hitting those, your E is free, your W is free, so you're only spending mana on your Q and your ult. And I found when I play Ming, that it's not very often, that it works out very well. And that makes sense, and that's what we were talking about earlier, is those free resets on the Deathwing are pretty big. And it gives a lot of that splash damage. So I think you made the right decision here. Light Bomb out onto the Joanna. Joanna popping the Iron Skin, but not going to walk anywhere. The ETC getting trapped in by that wall, but Diva coming in for the counter engage. And now Phoenix Rising on the offensive. The Bellowing Roar goes out, but no fear coming out. There's the big black hole. Stunning 3. Getting the pickup on ETC. Rainer having to walk out really low. Miss Windup Bird looking for a reset on the Joanna or the Lunara, but off to the side. And Rainer falls as well. There's the orb. It catches a couple, but not quite the pickup. Another orb out by the level 16. It doesn't have the travel range yet. Not able to pick up those resets, and that's going to be a very unfortunate call to back up for Phoenix Rising. But Li Ming in the right opportunity to Storm League the crap out of Protectors of Aiur here if she can just catch that orb on Orion. But Anduin doing his job, getting Lunara up out of burst range. And Protectors of Aiur holding on to this point. Phoenix Rising and Onyx saying, we will have to live to fight another day. So close to an absolute bloodbath on that point. But this second protector for Protectors of Aiur coming in, gonna go ahead and go for this top lane. We got bottom lane secured, so let's get this top lane softened. And they get about half health on the fort and decide to go on down to the mid lane. It is indeed a full orb build for the Li Ming, the build with all of the attention for this set. I do think that Joanna taking Subdue and Blessed Hammer is a little interesting. Usually with Subdue you'll want to go Roar because the Subdue value is already large, especially if you get the quest done. But Roar is so good with that level 7 out of Joanna. We already looked at level 10s. I know Deep Fried Ming Balls likes big balls, Ms. Windup Bird. That is for sure. There's a Cataclysm out of the Deathwing. I hear a mosh pit, but I didn't see anybody stuck. And Deathwing going to go down to the Lucio, first kill of this fight. There's a slide through the Anduin by the ETC. Really nice pickup onto the Anduin, followed up by the Li Ming for the secure. And now with 2 down, we get the invade. Jimmy on the right has ace in the hole. He does proc some of his own damage. Lucio with the reverse amp will also get some slows out. Diva has a short little stun, but I don't think it really has the slow other than from micro missiles. And ETC with the stun and the knockbacks. I think it's there. It's not like steady CC, but I think there's enough to proc the ace in the hole a decent amount. Real question, do I have any cookies over here? I do. I got my Girl Scout s'mores cookies. Sweet. Oh, we about to go full stream mode. Micro Missiles comes out. It's got a short cooldown though. Deathwing coming up to this control point for a reason. A nice pull on Night Knight thanks to Sergeant Scoops getting Night Knight to safety from the Anno. But there's the light bomb defensively, and Muzio going crazy on the Luzio. And big heals coming out. Lucio getting the team back up to full health. Anduin working on the same. And this looks like Phoenix Rising Onyx going to march in. And I guess I didn't realize, but both bottom forts are down. One for each team. And while Phoenix Rising about to lose their top fort, they did take the top fort from Protectors. And so really the only strong advantage, one way or the other, is going to be this mid lane. Unless Protectors does not make a push on that top fort. Even now, I think they're going to go for that as low as it is. Coming into this bottom objective, they don't want to have that lane pressure there on their top side, so they're definitely going to try to knock over this fort. That camp coming out is just going to get cleared up. I think that's something that you got to realize they're going for this fort. So if I were to be critical of the play here, I think you wait on that camp till after they take that fort and leave. But I'm wrong because Protectors of Aiur just leaving the lane, not wanting to get this push and clear, and that's going to heavily favor Phoenix Rising. And I think Phoenix Rising is going to come out of this objective with the advantage, even if they don't get the Protector. Deathwing taking flight after getting a little bit of cap on the objective. Looks like he's going to try to get to this mid fight pretty quick. There he comes with the land on the Firestorm. There's the big ol' mosh pit under tower, but one mosh target getting pulled out by the Leap of Faith. ETC is going to die thanks to a lot of that tower damage. Diva picking up the Tesseract kill, so 1 for 1. The mosh pit ended up probably being worth that fort. Not quite taking enough damage yet, but Li Ming with the space laser from her hand, so not from space, but a hand laser. Diva getting stuck in the wrong spot under that turret invade. Gonna lose the mech, but gonna stay alive. Turret over to Protectors of Aiur. And everyone watching for these Li Ming resets. Level 20s for Phoenix Rising Onyx. Look at this keep taking so much damage. Again, Phoenix Rising in a really good spot here. And this objective's barely even started. Level 20s is going to be slow, temporal flux, slow on the disintegrate, micro missile improvement, execute from the Rainer. Is that Summer Anthem? House Party. Okay, House Party for Lucio, and that is Tour Bus, Death Metal. They look about the same. Death Metal for the ETC. So Taco, you could maybe start getting these talents right at some point, just looking at the icons. Jeez, learn the game. Radiating Faith picked up for the Joanna. Varian's Legacy. Yeah, I got that right ahead of time. on the Anduin. We do get more Cataclysm stood in the fire by the Deathwing. Intensifying Toxin from Lunara for increased poison damage, and whatever the hell that is on the Tassadar. Kala's Gift. ETC gonna go down. A big Cataclysm followed up with the Lunara, but the Death Mosh on the conveyor belt gonna catch Joanna for a second. Sergeant Scoops looking a little low. Trying to stay alive with that shield from the Divine Star, but Tassadar going to go down in the process. Phoenix Rising Onyx pushing out Protectors of Aiur with a 1-for-1 exchange. Sergeant Scoop's about to fall, and Lunara, there is the reset kills, and Phoenix Rising Onyx going to pick up this control point. Deathwing taken to the skies to get on out of here. There was something I wanted to look at real quick, but the fight broke out. Oh yeah, Kala's Gift, 4% spell power for yourself and each nearby ally hero,
Team has destroyed the fort.
up to 20% spell power. Oh, okay. That's cool. Total bonus is shared with contributing allies. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, ETC's having a hard game, but the team's doing really well for it. And I think that's because a lot of that CC is being saved for ETC, which is letting the rest of Phoenix Rising pop off. Phoenix Rising does end up losing that top fort, but they take this bottom keep, so that is a good trade. Structure count is the same, but that middle fort about to fall as well in right here, and that top keep looking low, so Phoenix Rising has multiple paths to victory here. Yeah, Miss Windup, that is a very good point. You went with a very aggressive backline build, but it's working out. Let's take a look at this this damage. Wow, Miss Windupbird just popping off.
Blue team's fort is under attack.
A nice stop onto the ETC. That wasn't much. There's the Death Mosh going off. Not going to catch anyone. ETC getting picked a little bit far forward away from his team, especially with the Protector on the core. Going to go ahead and pay for that with his life. But the Protector getting the core down to less than 40. Now to 10%. That's probably the game. Phoenix Rising Onyx taking game number 1 with Protector number 3. Really good effort. Paid off for by Phoenix Rising Onyx. I liked the draft on both teams. I think Phoenix Rising ended up, Phoenix Rising Onyx ended up taking the game. Really good set from both teams. Looking to see, I saw Erder Sturdener and I think Orion maybe in the chat. Hopefully they're sticking around. Would love to see a good comeback in game number 2 so that we can go to game number 3, and I don't care who wins game number 3 as long as it's 3 good games. No spoilers in the chat because that's how we run these replays. Talents are on the screen. And stats, talents, anything interesting to you guys? So actually, someone who's already played, this would be really cool if y'all could help me out this way. Somebody who played in the match and knows how it goes. If you go to the match results on the NGS, or maybe it's a hero's profile, you can actually see the bans. So as we're coming up into these games, if you don't mind showing me or giving me the bans as we're coming into the games, I'll pause as we get in and are able to see the draft, and we can look at the bans in the draft, and that'd be really cool if somebody's willing to feed me the information. And there's my healer learning about how healers work. So let's take a look at these talents again. Good performance by the orb build Li Ming. I like, is that splintered? Yeah, a pretty standard Lunara build. I like the build. Maybe a spell shield instead might have been nice, but otherwise I think pretty solid. Standard Mage Wing build here out of the Death Wing. Overall, pretty solid looking talent choices. I think it went pretty well. All right, Erder Sturdener, thank you. I'm going to take a quick bio. I know after one game, right? But I've been drinking so much coffee. I got pee. Let's come back up over here. Let's adjust that. And do we know? I don't. Let me figure out what map it is real quick. Game number 2 is going to be Towers of Doom. Do we know who picked Towers of Doom? Just the bans is fine. If you want to reconstruct the draft while I bio, I mean, more information isn't bad, right? But okay, Phoenix Rising picked the map. More information is not a bad thing. So as much information, as long as it's not spoilers that you want to give, great, and I will be right back. That's okay. That's all right. Honestly, if you have the pre-third band picks, that'll tell us enough as far as the extra information goes, and we can see if the third bands were based off of some of those picks. It's just kind of, but any information that you're able to get me, cool, and I'm not going to complain about shit. All right, one sec. All right, I am back, and my healer making me a lunch smoothie to keep me healthy. I'll tell you, when I married my healer, I said part of my vows, we'll call it part of vows, was that when a guy likes a girl, shit, that's wrong. When a guy asks a girl to play video games with him, it means two things. One, he really, really likes her. And two, he probably needs a healer. And but when we met, I was actually playing support and she was playing damage back when we met playing a different game. And so it was promising to always support each other and things like that. Really, really cheesy video game puns. All right, there's a wife making me do push-ups because she's mean. All right, move, puppy. Let's see if I don't mess up my green screen too much. All right. Thank you, Whiff, for the push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, now that we are just about ready to get back into it, let's take a look at the chat with the draft. I gotta roll way back up to find it. Okay, so let's get into the, let's get into this screen. Can I pause here? I don't think it'll let me. Hey, Puppa-Lupper. Hey. Hey. Cool. You know what? I'll introduce the teams and then we'll look at the draft. Well, no, actually here. Let's take a look right now. Alright, so... and then I can catch up with chat. Alright, so Protectors bans Falstad, and then a Li Ming Pro bans Li Ming, even though they had a dominant Li Ming game. That's interesting. POA bans Chromie, then Pro bans Stukov. Interesting Stukov ban. So first pick Sonya. I like the first pick Sonya. That brings a lot of offlane pressure and fight pressure. So I think that's a really good first pick. Pro pick Sylvanas and Leoric to respond. Leoric's a good offlaner, brings a lot to the fights. He's pretty good at double soaking, but I think the Sylvanas Leoric matchup is a not Sylvanas. I think the Sonya Leoric matchup is kind of a skill matchup. So I don't know. I'm not sure how that really works out, especially on this map. Then Protectors of Aiur pick up ETC and the Malfurion. Malfurion into the ETC. That's going to be strong. So ETC is going to slide in Mosh Pit. And then Malfurion is going to drop a Sleepy Roots at the end of the Mosh Pit. And that's going to be so much CC. And then the Sonya Leap somewhere in there. Oh, that's going to be devastating. Although Sylvanas can help counter that a little bit. And then Silence and Tomb at 20 will be good for that. Dog, why are you laying on my foot when the bed's right there? Alright. Mid bands. Protectors. Bans Joanna. I believe Protectors had first pick though, right? So PRO bans Greymane, and then Protectors bans Joanna. Then Protectors will take, or yeah, Pro will take Mirrodin and Brightwing. Decent frontline for a fight. POA will pick up Jaina and Tychus, and then Pro takes the Kel'Thas. Wanting to ban Anduin to not get a Malf, but you get Malf anyway. Okay. Still, I ain't doing burpees. I ain't doing burpees yet. I gotta get back in shape. Vicious looking dog in the dog can. That must have been during my push-ups. Oh, no. Oh, Darian got over there. Okay. So, I like the Protectors of Aiur draft better. I think it has way more synergy. Mirrodin's a decent tank here, but I don't think there's enough follow-up. I don't know that Leoric can really help keep people still. I mean, there's the Entomb, of course. but there's not a whole lot of stuff to balance with the Leoric. I think the Brightwing is going to be good here to help stop the Sonya. Sylvanas is just a good hero in general, especially on a map where the towers respawn. So that can be good. But I think Protectors has the stronger draft. And again, no spoilers. Interested to see how things work out. So that is my assessment of the draft. Erder Sterner, thank you so much for feeding me that. And we'll go from there. That is the draft. Let's get into the game. Over here on the blue, in the blue corner, we have Eclectic. That's Erder Sterner on the ETC, Orion on the Tychus, Sergeant Scoops on Malfurion, Redbeard on the Sonya, and Night Knight rocking the Jaina. That is good luck to cuties only. Jeez. That is Team Protectors of Aiur. In the red corner, we got Squell Black on the Sylvanas, Battle Troll on Leoric, Dead on the Muradin, Miss Windup Bird rocking Kael'thas, because KT's open, guys! And Musio on the Monkey Skin Brightwing. Sorry, I just have a deep hatred for Kael'thas, but I'll acknowledge good Kael'thas play when it's there. Just anytime KT's open, you just have to SpongeBob type that KT's open, and I'm going to pick him. So, Protectors of Aiur going for a bottom lane push early on, try to get an assertion of lane pressure here, while Sonya just getting some clear in the middle. I know, I'm saying your name, pretty girl. And gonna go up and get top. Leoric getting that top soak already. So both teams establishing establishing their rotate. And because Sonya's gonna double soak, the Protectors of Aiur could just go straight to the bot lane and avoid any confrontation. Not give KT any of those convection stacks. Just kidding, KT didn't go convection. KT and Jaina both on their globe quests. Good for them. And both teams going for their early camps. Emerald Dreams picked up for Malfurion as expected. That Emerald Dreams is a really strong level 1 talent. I think the way that they fix that is either make it a 1-second sleep, which I still think is really strong, or any instantaneous cleanses, or all cleanses, or almost all cleanses. There might be a few, maybe not, but like Brightwing's trait, big sleep on to the Muradin, gonna get saved by the Brightwing. No one's gonna die, but ETC slides back in, gets some damage out onto the Muradin, but ETC trying to get away. He does. Safe. Lots of damage going out onto both teams. There's a root in the sleep again. Muradin gonna be first blood going down to the Jaina. Protectors of Aiur saying we're coming back into this match with sound and fury. I think the way to balance that level 1 sleep on an AoE root for Malfurion is to either make things like maybe not the Sonya spin clear or removes roots, but things like Brightwing's cleanse, some other target cleanses, maybe not target cleanse, but some other cleanses to give a 1/4 second of unstoppable, just 0.25 seconds, maybe even a little bit less, just enough to make it where when you get cleansed from the root, you don't actually fall asleep, or just make that part of the functionality of that ability where if you get cleansed, you don't get slept. I think it's really strong where it is right now, but So we do see Leoric and Sonya exchange top objectives, and looks like Sergeant Scoops is going to pick up this bottom ultra as well. Eclectic getting out with barely any health. He's going to slide to freedom. Thank you to the Malfurion with that long heal over time. Night Knight about to blow up and does go down. A little bit of extra damage from Sylvanas is going to be enough to soften Jaina enough for that explosion. Jaina going to go down. That is a 1-for-1 trade over the objectives. Let's see. Oh man. So early objective advantage goes over to Protectors of Aiur. Their CC chain working wonders. And I think that's the cool thing about Malfurion on this map is he can put out his heals and then just channel the objective and it still does all the healing he needs to do. Maybe doesn't get a Moonfire here or there off in the process, but second set of altars coming up. Let's see if both teams say, you know what, we'll just fight over bot and leave our top lanes to trade. But it looks like Protectors of Aiur is going to go up and try to contest. Yeah, trading the gravity laps is really strong, although I like trading the W and just getting basically infinite Ws.
And put an end to the Gravekeeper.
So both teams just trading altars. They could have let their offlaners do it, but whatever. Ooh, Muirden getting away from the roots alive. Not a whole lot of health, but I mean a good chunk, but alive. Level 10s are approaching both teams level 9. Here's another look at the level 147s. Did you like that? It's like, hey, let's 5-man what the offlaners can do. Globe pace is pretty decent. And EDC getting caught by that gravity lap's gonna go up into the air and gonna get blowed up before landing. Sylvanas picking up that kill, gonna get the reset on the Q into that level 1 Q, but not the 7. There's the Pyroblast on the Dykus with the mind control of the Jaina, gonna pull Jaina back in, and that's gonna be enough. Muirden secures the kill. Jaina goes down as well, 3 for nothing on that exchange. Let's take a look at those level 10s that just dominated that fight. Pyroblast and Tomb, Blink Kill, Mind Control, and Avatar. Wow, that was insane. And quick pickups too. Snap picks on those heroics to turn that fight. And then we get Mosh Pit, Twilight Dream, Ring of Frost, Wrath of the Berserker, and Commandeer Odin for Protector of Aiur. I don't know. That's a scary pick coming out of that mind control into anything else for Phoenix Rising, Onyx, but Protector of Aiur still with a really strong comp. And there is the Mosh Pit. Let's look for that Ring of Frost. There it is. It's gonna catch 2. Muirden about to fall. There's the slide and the blow up from the ETC. Jaina finishing off that Muirden, but the rest of the team, Sylvanas just haunted waving away, and Brightwing and Kael'thas just walking out with half health. But a really good pick when they needed it. They get 1, make it 2 altars off of that fight. So not as dramatic of a post-level 10 fight for Protectors of Aiur, but they do get 8 core points out of it, and that's gonna make a big difference compared to the triple kill that Phoenix Rising Onyx got a little bit before. Timing of these kills on this map is so important with these altars to have a numbers advantage going into altars. Protectors of Aiur does pick up the bottom tower as well. They now have control over the map and this next altar, but I think Sylvanas is going to help knock down this fort real quick. We need a big defense for Protectors of Aiur on this fort to stop that black arrows from getting too much value, and it was used in a couple auto attacks off, and they're going to have to back out. There's the slide through the Muirden. Muirden going to jump out though and stay alive, with Sylvanas trying to clear out the wave, get these minions into the fort. But Protectors of Aiur with a really good defense here. Leoric looks like he may be trying to come down. Nope, still sticking to that double soaking, trying to get that level advantage so that Phoenix Rising can come back in. Sonya looking for this top camp. That's what I was hoping to see, was Sonya get this top camp. Pyroblast out onto the Jaina, who does not have improved ice block yet, but that doesn't matter. Enough health to survive. And then engage back in onto the EDC and the Tychus. Everyone's going to be at about half health, but Phoenix Rising does push Protectors of Aiur out away from the fort, and they're able to take it back, and that's going to be big coming into this objective. And Phoenix Rising has an opportunity to actually fight for this altar now. Nuclear Goose, what is up, my man? If y'all haven't yet, I like to rate him a lot. Go check out his channel when we're done today. Tychus going to fall to a lot of fire. Muirden picking up the kill. And there's a big three-man match. Gonna get interrupted, though, I think, by the Muirden. There's the Ring of Frost as well, and the mind control on the EDC. Ring of Frost gonna catch the Muirden. The blowing up Sonya, walking away. The root and the sleep. Not enough follow-up on to the Muirden. I'm about to choke. But EDC trying to get some separation for Phoenix Rising away from his own team. And this altar does go back over to Phoenix Rising. Yeah, so go give Nuclear Goose a follow. Check him out. He's got some really good content, variety stuff. He doesn't play Heroes of the Storm, unfortunately, so he's kind of lame that way. But one of my old Navy buddies, so please, Control T, give him a follow, and then come back to the stream. Mind control hits on the ETC. Sonya walking away with almost no health. Redbeard spins a win. Stay alive. No, not quite. Bearden jumps on his face. And Leoric to follow up. Sonya is going to go down. But that mind control does not pick up the kill onto the ETC because of the Sonya distraction. And Malfurion getting caught by the gravity lapse as well. Sergeant scoops. Gotta scoop him off of the pavement because he just got 100 to 0'd so fast. So Phoenix Rising coming back into this game real hard, trying to get a push onto this bottom fort and have them take control of the lane. Globe quest done for Jaina, also for KT for a few globes now, but that is an infinite stacking for the Kael'thas. Leoric going into Mithril Mace and I believe Lifesteal. Yep, Lifesteal at 13 and Mithril Mace at 16. Gonna start trying to stack that up onto 100. Teams waiting for altars to show up, just kind of hanging out, not trying to get extra deaths. POA scouting out a potential boss play, but Pro is not there. Gonna go ahead and try to steal this altar, get an advantage. Nice defensive route into the bush. That's 1, 2, 1 altar for POA, 1 altar for Phoenix Rising. Everybody coming up to the defensive zone for Protectors of Aiur. This is Gravity Lapse on to the ETC. ETC gonna get Pyro at half health, loses the spell armor, but Sonya goes down, as does the Muirden. And POA picks up the altar. Now, twice the health on their core as their opponents.
I have opened a tunnel near that leads to the battlefield center. Use it well.
Phoenix Rising pushing in aggressively on this bottom fort. Gonna get it down to about a third and then have to back off. The tunnels are open. If you like being covered in sewage and slime, that's how you get to the mid battlefield pretty quick. And a quick invade onto the Sapper camp. Gonna pick it up right after POA finishes off the pumpkins. And that's 6 Sappers walking in to this bottom tower. Gonna have a lot of work to do if Protectors of Aiur wants to defend these Sappers. But no, they're gonna get through, and that's gonna pop the tower. But Mosh Pit gets interrupted during the windup, so that's going to have another 5 seconds on the cooldown before he can try it again. But a nice interrupt on the Mosh. That would have been devastating for the Mirrodin being separated out like that. But probably prime picking for a Poly or something to still be interrupted. Here comes a Commandeer Odin to help zone out Pro. Leoric coming in and then walking out. Jaina getting the slow onto the Mirrodin. Mirrodin getting chunked down, but gonna heal back up pretty quickly unless he goes back in just like that. The slide through, big ol' mosh pit, but gets interrupted after the start. That polymorph, OP as hell. ETC does survive the Pyroblast though, but Mirrodin not surviving the Blizzard, but Jaina goes down as well. Vintage kill for the Sylvanas. Brightwing getting out with a little bit of health. Going to survive the Malfurion, but ETC gets taken out, running back up through to the altar. Malfurion falls. Here comes the phase shift onto, I think, probably the KT. And that's going to be a 4-for-1 in favor of Phoenix Rising. And they're going to get a 5 core health altar here. No, they're going to zone the altar. They're going to zone out the altar. Nope, Sylvanas going to pick it up instead, deciding not to go for some greedy extra towers. And that's going to help close that gap. 19 to 12 now on the core health. And Phoenix Rising Onyx looking to maybe get some 6 cap here. Mithril Mace getting finished up for Leoric, going to try to push in on that top fort. Phoenix Rising Invisible Friends looking to get in on that Sabricant Mind Control on the Tychus, and that is going to be a big old blow up, but no, ETC coming to the rescue. Warm hugs everywhere. Malfin ETC getting roasted, but staying alive. Leoric does get that top camp. And Jaina with the gravity lapse, not quite getting caught by the flame strike, and there's the slide and the mosh, but the polymorph again on point. Still gonna take out Sylvanas though, but ETC does go down, and the Pyroblast onto Sonya is more than likely enough for the wipeout. Yes, it is. But Sergeant Scoop's going down as well, trying to zone a little bit, but no tank or bruiser left alive. Jaina Tychus with a hard defense into the 6 cap. Really need to get this fort taken out, but this could be disaster for Phoenix Rising. Amethyst Leoric showing up. Tychus, Jaina really need to get some kills here. Master of Flames for the Kael'thas. Silence and Tomb, buried alive that is, on Leoric. Invisible Friends for the Brightwing. Mind Control cooldown reduction, the Dark Lady's Call on Sylvanas, and Rewind on Mirrodin. Tychus dying for that fort, going to get that fort taken out, going to stop the constant barrage of damage, leaving Night Knight some room to get in on this bottom fort and take it away. But this altar going to be a 6 damage altar onto the core, putting POA. Did I say Amethyst? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There's so much Phoenix Rising going on. If Protectors of Aiur come back into this, we'll be really strong, but that's a good opportunity there. 5 health left for Protectors of Aiur. Phoenix Rising Onyx. Oh my goodness, I'm just stumbling all over my words. I said I would do that. I said I would mess this all up. Phoenix Rising Onyx coming in. Looking to get the 6 cap back, but Protectors of Aiur making a stand, and that boss really isn't going to do anything for either. I mean, getting it off the board would be good for Protectors of Aiur, but Phoenix Rising looking to just kind of walk in. Now getting these sappers in makes that boss a kill condition. So, but Protectors of Aiur, knowing this, going to come in, going to take out this boss before Phoenix Rising can get there, and make it a 2-3 altar game for them. Right now it's a 3 altar game. About to be a 4 altar game as this fort goes down. There's an engaged, nice slide mosh, but cannot ever catch the Brightwing. Poly Mind Control Gonna bring him out. The Silence Entomb, though, huge for the Leoric. Jaina with the Ice Block, gonna survive the Convect. No, goes ahead and dies to the Living Bomb and the Sylvanas. But a 1 for none, not a full-hearted, not a continued fight here, but mind control. So Sonya goes down to the Pyroblast as well. And these altars coming up are probably going to end the game here in favor of Phoenix Rising Onyx. Quick look at those level 20s. It is Death Metal and whatever. Life Bloom for Malfurion. Bolt of the Storm. Oh, Ice Blink because it does the chill. Ignore Pain. And Big Red Button for Protectors of Aiur. And the sweep comes in for Phoenix Rising Onyx. Really well played. Definitely thought we were going to a game 3 there for a while. Good set out of both teams. Played really well. The CC just too strong on the side of Phoenix Rising Onyx, given ETC fits. But and I hate to see a Kael'thas win, but really good game over to Miss Windup Bird and friends. I think Amusio is somewhere here in the chat. Amoose the Moose did follow, so hopefully watching too. Good job on the Brightwing. Really on point. Really on point. Polly's. Eclectic still hoping for a game 3. I'll go check the folder. Miss Windup Bird, would you like to come do an interview for this set? You gotta go. All right. Okay. Well, I'm glad you were here to watch. Yeah, here, let me look in. Let me see. Come in here. Yeah, where does Miss Windup Bird have to get to that's so important? Oh my goodness, the sacrificial Muradin. Oh, for the 5 deaths. Oh, Ignasty, you're dead on? Okay, yeah, we can do that. Hang on, let me check for my man Erdersterdener about the let's go to the file location. Oh man, no game 3. No game 3 here, man. I'm sorry. You have no, oh, okay. No worries. I mean, we can see how it sounds. You're yeah, we can do that. Here, let me get into an NGS channel. Let me find it. Let me find a channel. Here, I'm in lobby 2 in the NGS. Silver Arrow, you're right. You're absolutely correct. Let's see if this sounds okay. Dead on the Muradin, the sacrificial Muradin from game number 2. What a sweep. Game number 1 on that Volskaya Foundry draft. It looked I'm trying to remember the team. I can pull up the team. Here's for the chat real quick. Here's stats and talents before I close this to go look at the team comp for game number 1. Let's see. Let me go to the screen that shows the puppy too. So while I'm pulling up that draft, was the Volskaya draft? Was that what y'all were going for? Did y'all have to make any pivots here or there to adjust?
I'm trying to remember.
So your team picked Li-Ming, D.Va, Raynor, Lucio, and ETC.
I think the Raynor was probably the only pick that we kind of second guessing what we could pick, but other than that, it was kind of planned as the draft was going.
Okay. Mostly to the plan. That's good. That game was a pretty dominant game number 1. Well, no, actually, Protectors of Aiur got, I think, the first 2 objectives. Oh, Silver, I turned them up. I'm trying to turn them up. I'm catching it. Yeah, they got the first 2 protectors, and then I guess it was post 10, or just Miss Windup-Bird catching some resets that started turning the game in your direction. Was there a point where y'all weren't sure how the game was going to go? You were worried about it? Did y'all have to make an adjustment to your plan? Take us through that turnaround on game number 1.
Well, I'm also the shot caller, so I was just trying to keep the, I guess, I was not going to call it momentum, but I was trying to keep the team on this. Just focus on the next play every time we would lose. But it was, in a way, a frustrating game for me because I was just dying all the time, and I was the only one dying. So I think that's what paid off in the end-game fights where I would die, but my teammates would just clean up.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, again, like with that mirrored in game too, you gotta get it rolling, and sometimes that's at the cost of your own life. But as long as their core goes to 0, it's worth it, right?
Exactly.
So, but the adjustments worked out pretty well in game 1. You ended up getting that 3rd protector and taking it on in for the win. Um, the game number 2, that Towers of Doom, looked like it was going pretty well, and then Protectors of Aiur came in with a huge level 10 and got some kills at the right time to get some altars, take that bottom fort, and it looked like they were going to kind of clean you guys out the rest of that game. Where was that pivot back into control, and was there a point where you thought you had lost control of the game and were maybe thinking about game number 3?
I wouldn't say I was thinking that we lost it because I always try to think of what can we do to come back. And that's my whole point whenever I'm shot. But at the point when they took the bottom fort, I knew we were definitely heavily behind and we needed to do something and definitely take that fort back. So that was kind of the scary moment where we definitely needed to make something happen, or else it would just trickle down into a loss.
Well, you definitely did make it happen, and made some exchanges. There were there was the bot fort for the and the sappers for the boss, which obviously worked out okay for you guys. We all saw it coming. Were y'all trying to get up to boss in time to counterfight, or did you think maybe they already had it and you were just looking for the next lane?
Are you talking about the last boss they got?
Yes.
No, we knew they were gonna go there. So I just told him we'll just take middle fort in exchange for the boss, and that's kind of what we did. And then we had to get into that fight.
Yeah. Also, the your Brightwing, really good polys on game number 2. I'll pull that draft back up for everyone. They can see most of it here on the side. The almost looked like Brightwing was holding polymorph for ETC the entire time. Maybe a little bit on Sonya when you knew that Mosh was on cooldown, but there was, I think, only once that ETC got the Mosh interrupted during the cast, and every other time Brightwing polys right after the cast finishes, so to get a full cooldown reset on the Mosh pit.
Yes, Amusa definitely played a good game and was watching for ETC the whole time. I was even stunning most of the time as well, but he was catching him before I even stunned. So we were definitely looking for the ETC Mosh, and everyone, I guess, was ready to stop it immediately.
Yeah, well, and it worked out really well. And it even though Muradin kept dying, the rest of the team doing the cleanup. Was Kael'thas part of the plan the entire time? Kael'thas is a pretty controversial hero.
Yeah, no, we definitely were okay with that. Kael'thas. Miss Wanda plays KT really well, so we're comfortable.
Well, that's good, and she did a good job. Really good gravity lapses turning into kills, and then the follow-up. I also really like the mind control pick on Sylvanas. I think it's a very underrated ultimate or heroic pick, and it's really strong when it lands. Got a lot of good setups and picks. So you've had time since this match. You've probably talked to the team. You've been able to watch a replay. If you were to assign an MVP for the match, who is it?
I mean, honestly, I would say either Miss Wanda or Amusio. I think it would be between them two.
Yeah,
Because on the first game,
definitely.
the laning plays were really strong, and also the heals. And then also on the second game, the KT was doing good damage and zoning, and also Brightwing was stopping the emotions.
Yeah, I'd agree. Really good interrupts from the Brightwing. Really good presence there, and also Miss Windup bringing in a lot of damage where you needed it, when you needed it. Overall, really strong. It was a good set, good sweep. Congratulations there. Are there any shout outs you want to give?
Honestly, shout out to my whole team and the enemy team. We all both tried hard. We both were winning at one point, and then we ended up winning the games. But I know they were winning early on, so they played really well.
All right. And y'all are part of the Phoenix Rising organization. So I don't think I'll have an individual Phoenix Rising Onyx Twitter. So usually I hit up the Phoenix Rising Esports and then which team it is. Is there any other good ways for people to find PRO or people on your team in particular?
No, not that I know of. It would be probably Discord or our website. Those are probably the best.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, y'all have a website up and running now too.
Yes.
All right. So yeah, check out the Phoenix Rising Discord, and then you can get to the website from there. Really good group of people, really good group of teams, great community. Always down to have good community interactions. Miss Windabird says, shout out to my cat Bandit. He forgot to say it, but I know he knows.
Sure.
Mm.
Shout out.
I almost spit out my drink. Sure. All right, dead on. Hey, great set. Thanks for dropping in here, especially while you're out running errands or whatever. So I appreciate you taking the time.
Yep, no problem. Thank you for casting it.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to catch up on these replays.
Yep, thank you.
Yep. Have a good one.
All right, have a good one.
All right. So that was match number 2. I don't think I'm gonna do any more. We've already been going for about 3 hours, especially after trying to solve some problems. I think I am happy to play some games though. I think let me check with the boss. But if people want to play some games, I think we can do some of that. If anybody wants to play, holler up in the chat. Miss Windabird, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, give me just a second while I figure out what